So you applied for a job and were accepted at Goldman Sachs and ascended in the ranks, but you were here illegally. That suggests that you used an illegal Social Security number, someone else's, a stolen Social Security number. Whose was it?
I did. I used a fake Social Security number that didn't belong to anyone. It was a completely made-up number. And, unfortunately, that is what young people who are incredibly driven are forced to do.
And I also found your characterization, frankly, of the president's proposed border wall as, quote, a symbol of hate, as not an indication of gratitude. It suggests that you don't think America has a right to protect its borders. And that seems a very odd attitude for someone who's benefited so much from your adopted country.
No, not at all. I don't think that makes me ungrateful. I think that makes me a citizen of the country who also gets to have a voice. And my voice might be different than your voice, but we both get to voice our opinion.
But I'm not. Of course, I would, and I'm not challenging your right to say what you think, and I would defend it literally. However, I don't understand why a country's desire to protect its border is an expression of hate.
Well,
what does that mean?
I think that the point that I'm trying to make is that the wall is not the best way to protect our borders. Listen, I live here. I want this country to be safe. My children are going to grow up in America as American citizens born here. And so I absolutely want our country to be safe. But building a wall that is going to cost, by the way, billions of dollars of American taxpayers, my tax dollars are going to go
I'm sorry.
to build a wall.
You know what? I don't have any patience for that argument because I don't think it's. Hold on.
That isn't going to protect us.
Okay.
How is the wall going to protect?
So you're saying it's too expensive. You're saying the wall is too expensive, but that's not actually what you said. You said it's an expression of hate, and I just want to get to the bottom of that. Why is it hateful to want to build a wall? A lot of Americans do, the majority in some surveys. Why is that related to hate?
It is a hateful symbol. It is a symbol of hate against immigrants. It is a symbol of hate against Mexican immigrants, which, the president, Mr. Trump, ran his campaign on. So I do still view the
But why is it a symbol of hate?
Well,
hold on. Why is it? I just want to get to the bottom of this because you're throwing around language that has an effect on people's attitudes, and it's pretty heavy duty because it presumes motives that you can't know. You don't know that people who support the wall hate Mexican immigrants. A lot of people coming across the border are not from Mexico, as you know. They're Central Americans. Is it legitimate, is it morally legitimate for an American to say, I want control of who comes into my country, and we don't have that, and so a wall will reestablish that control? For you to denounce that as hate seems a little much.
And I would absolutely welcome a conversation about how do we create a system by which people can come here legally that will benefit Americans, that will increase tax revenue, that will increase economic activity. So we should have that conversation.
We're having that conversation now, and you're not answering, with respect, you're not answering my question. You're not answering the key question here.